we follow a spiritual path and we are really trying to surrender, to let go, to recognize this little voice that's always chattering away, that's always telling me I'm such a loser and I shouldn't have said that and I'm such an idiot and I can't believe you did that back there and what are they doing over there and what do they think about me? We spend so much time trying to see the illusion of that voice, of that ego, of the separateness. And yet we keep holding on to the same illusion of free will, of choice. And it's the same thing. It is just the separate self in a different disguise. I mean, the separate self is the master of disguises. And we fall for it. It is such a trickster. We fall for it again and again and again. Right? The separate self wants to dress itself up as a spiritual person. I'm so spiritual now. I meditate. I go on retreats. And we can see the ego dressing itself up as a spiritual person because the moment someone doesn't see it as a spiritual person, they get upset. Why aren't they seeing me as a spiritual person? Why don't they see how peaceful I am, how loving I am, how compassionate I am? And we get tricked. We fall for it again and again. And it is no different with free will, with choice. We think there is a part of us that is acting independently, that is making a choice, that instead of choices being made, decisions being made, brain processes happening, all of that is happening. But there is no one at the center, no thing, nothing independent at the center, making a choice. And this is a major, major obstacle. There is no way you would ever wake up as long as you believe there is something independent inside of you. It's just another illusion of the ego. And we want to live in the mystery and in the present moment. And the mystery of the present moment. The present moment has so much, like when you're here, when you're present, and you're really using your senses and you're experiencing the world through your senses, right? Experiencing a part of the world, I might add. Because we only have, we have 5 senses. In Buddhism, we say 6 senses. We consider the mind. In fact, I would point to the mind here. Mind is the 6th sense. But what if we had 10 senses? How would we experience the world then? What if we had 2 senses? How would we experience the world differently? We are experiencing a slice of the world, a very small slice of the world. But when we really bring ourselves to that world through our senses, the only way we can, in fact, experience the world through our senses, there is so much mystery and wonder and awe in that. Right? The story of me is the most repetitive, boring stuff in the world. It is dribble. But the present moment is so interesting. It's so mysterious. And it unfolds in a way that is so beautiful when you rest in it, when you recognize and you truly surrender, because I'm not controlling this. And so you surrender and you come into this flow and the peace and the harmony of each moment. Arising in each moment based on all of the causes and conditions in each moment. We want to be in harmony, we want to flow, and yet we also want to be behind the steering wheel at the same time. They conflict. You can't do them at the same time. They are incompatible.